You were assigned to me. I didn't expect somebody this young. How old are you?
Why?
And what's your background? I'm
a student. I'm a student.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
How many years of experience do you have?
I have some. I have a few years. I have a few years of experience.
Mm-hmm. You know anything about Chinese or?
Well, maybe you could tell me some. I could learn. Maybe ask a supervisor. I don't.
Well, I'm coming here for help. I'm not really, prepared to teach somebody.
Here's a double whammy, so to speak. You're too young to help me, and you're of a different culture to help me. Now that raises some ethical issues. Do you have to match client and counselor, and is that ever really possible?
I don't feel that necessarily every particular situation, the client and therapist must match, both, culturally or even gender-wise, whatever.
The question that I have, when you see this kind of dissimilarity, what can you do in the first session to warrant or to help to guarantee that the client will come back?
You mentioned that I'm look kind of young. Maybe we can talk about that. What would it be if I were 10 years older? Or what does that mean when you say you look kind of young? So I'd want to explore more rather than too quickly get into a defensive mode and think, oh yeah, she's older than I, what can I do? I better send her on to somebody. So I suppose let's talk more.
And acknowledge it, yeah, you're right, I am young. And I am a student, and I probably won't know everything that you might ask me or might be able to help you with everything, but I want you to also know that when I don't know, that I will find the resources to bring in to help us, to help me, to help you in the best way I can.
And that's one of the concerns that I have. I also tend to think, I need to do it perfectly or whatever, so I guess I would have to really look at myself and give myself permission. Like I said, part of learning is making those mistakes.
See, it's a lot in terms of we can learn how are we going to recover. Not that we never make a mistake, but how are we going to recover from that mistake? Yeah. Are we willing to acknowledge? And I think it takes a lot of energy to hide the fact that we feel we have made a mistake.
And it's interesting that if you're ever embroiled, hopefully not, but in an ethics complaint or a legal malpractice suit, you're not asked to demonstrate that you made the perfect intervention or that you were the perfect counselor. What you are expected to demonstrate and show, and that's where documentation comes in, is that you did take all the necessary steps that another competent professional might have taken.